The Seattle Seahawks returned to practice today with the offense donning the throwback blues uniforms, which they will wear on a Sunday. But the Hawks in full preparation mode to host the Cleveland Browns Sunday at Lumen Field. A lot of roster moves by the team, which is actually some good news. First, the team re-signed Frank Clark to add depth to the edge rush position. And there was a deficiency there with Uchenna Nwosu. He suffered a pectoral muscle, had surgery, and it was a season-ending. So it was a season-ending injury. So they bring back a familiar face, Frank Clark, and we hear more from Pete Carroll and some of the players just talking about what that move means. Also, other roster moves: running back Kenny McIntosh and nose tackle Austin Fu'ulawa both returned to practice. McIntosh, if you remember, suffered a knee during training camp, and Fowler in August, McIntosh suffered that knee injury. And Fowler had knee surgery in the offseason. He played for the Seattle Dragons, and then he came back, had the surgery, and really hasn't participated with the team, obviously, in any games, but he is back and ready to see what he can do. Both players can practice up to 21 days before they're put on the 53-man roster. And once they do that, then they can play in a game. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see there. All right. So with a lot of those are your off-field moves. Let's go to the video and hear from Pete Carroll, DK Metcalf.
Here we go. We got a big matchup coming up. Excited about it because these guys are so good. They've got some stuff that they're working through as well. But what a great matchup for us, and it's the kind of matchup that you got to have if you're going to do anything with the season. You got to play teams that are like this, and so we look forward to seeing the Browns come in and see if we can get ready for another big night or big day at Lumen. So we're looking forward to all that. It's such a brilliant color. The blue. It's such a brilliant color that it's just different, and I don't know. It's just fun. We just have fun with it. But one thing we talked about is the idea is we're kind of repping the '90s teams of the '90s, and so we're going to carry that with us and try to perform with the thought that we're trying to connect the message to those guys that played back then, and that were all part of that whole image of what the Seahawks were all about, and the fans that liked it. It's a special moment to connect it. It's crazy that it's just football, but it's fun, and so we're going to try to do a real good job. Right time for us, and that there's a number of guys who come back to practice, and we've been kind of waiting and hoping that we're going to get a little bit of lift, and we may feel that. It felt like it just going through the walkthrough just to see some guys that have been on the sidelines for a while. So we'll be excited to see them go to practice and see if they can make it through and have a chance to help us here soon. So that's a real positive for us right now.
Was 8 one of those guys?
No. Come on.
What can you tell us about maybe bringing back Frank Clark?
Yeah, well, with Uchenna is going to get surgery, and so that will be a season ending for him. And there's a spot there that we had a shot with Frank and having background history with him. It's a natural spot for him to play with us and see if he can get in the rotation and help us out. We'll see how it goes. Position that we're asking him to play, we think the transition to fit in to the spot, playing outside backer spot and rushing in the 4-3 stuff, it just fits naturally. His experience is important with such a young group of guys that he's with now. So I'm hoping that will all just be a normal play. So you have to be very aware of it, and that means it's part of the game plan. It's part of the technical side for the guys up front. it takes he deserves a lot of attention.
Familiar face, someone that is very good at sacking quarterback. He's had a hell of a career, so it's cool to get him back.
Number one.
Oh yeah,
We don't have to say his name.
Yeah, I think his number is in between 55 and 53. And so it's whoever after that, it's second place. But I'm pretty sure, those guys will have some interesting cleats or something like that. DK probably has something bedazzled or I don't know.
This is gonna be a solid color. Some people, really can't pull out just a solid color cleat. They gotta, add other colors into their cleats. So, just going one color and just calling it a day. Ain't that right, Bobby?
I didn't hear anything you said, but I'm pretty sure, you referenced your bedazzled cleats. You said anything about solid color, what about what you
I thought you didn't hear me.
game?
I thought you didn't hear me.
It's crazy.
Definitely elite, and then they have some very good DBs. So it's going to be a challenge, I think, for us just to continue to build on what we did last week. We got better in third down. Still have to get better in the red zone. So it's just another challenge for us to go out there, but it's just against a better defense. So I think it's a good challenge for us.
1, 2, 3. Okay, you saw the video. Pete Carroll, DK Metcalf, and Bobby Wagner just talking about the return of Frank Clark and also Myles Garrett. That is, he is the ringleader of the Cleveland Browns' #1 ranked defense. Garrett has 7.5 sacks. Look, nobody plays the run and the pass simultaneously better than the Cleveland Browns. So they're aggressive, and their back end is as good as their middle. And also, as I said, Garrett, the front end, the front box is, as I said, it's the best in the NFL. So the Seahawks really have their work cut out for them. But speaking of the offense, there is some good news. The DK Metcalf practiced today, and Kenny McIntosh is back. Evan Brown, D.S. Grits, Jason Peters, all were scheduled to practice today in some form or fashion. They're probably held back a little bit, but they are systems go in terms of they can get through the practice today, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. And that's when we'll really see, what the final, determination for the players are. And you saw the practice report there, and there's some good news there. And other than that, look, the Seahawks really have to be on pace, stay ahead, continue to do well on third downs if they're going to have any chance against, as I said, the #1 ranked defense in the NFL. From the VMAC in Renton, I'm Osvita Mara Ira for the CascadiaSports.net.